What's going on, guys? It's your boy Panda hanging out with my boy Cigar Don, and welcome to another episode on the Leaf and Nash podcast, The Late Burn. What's going on, Donnie boy?
What's happening? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, baby. Happy Saturday. Guys, we just figured to pop in. It's what? Oh, actually, it's 10 o'clock my time. Eastern time is what? 9 Central?
Yep, 9 my time.
Oh, man. So, guys, welcome. Like I said, welcome to another episode, The Late Burn. And I'm over here with my boy, Donnie Boy. Donnie Boy, what exactly are you smoking and drinking tonight, bro?
So I'm finishing up a CAO Extreme.
Nice. I love that stick, man.
Yep, I like the stick too a lot too. I got a special one in backup though. I'm not going to reveal it just yet. And I'm drinking a little bit of port wine.
Oh, little bougie ass little port wine. Yeah, cheers. Well, the Panda's smoking Man of War, the Ruination, the Salomon, and the Panda just finished. Well, I have Uncle Nearest 1856.
What's going on, Pats?
This is all that's left in it. So cheers, Donnie boy.
Back at you.
Cheers, Baba.
Bye-bye.
Boom. Well, it's Saturday. You know, today's just one of those days that we kind of just got up early today. AJ from the Enclave. AJ from the Enclave. I'll be honest with you, Pat, it's not my favorite AJ, but I do enjoy smoking the Enclave. What you call it? Me and the missus today, we got up early. We took a 2-hour drive to not necessarily Central Florida. It's called Sebring, to go check out some sheds, that I'm looking at possibly converting to my man cave. We saw a couple of good options, you know what I'm saying? Right now, as you guys know, the Panda's it's over here in his garage, in the garage, and I'm kind of I could tell it's gonna be a hot summer, man. And I'm just like, I don't know if I could deal with another hot summer here in the garage, man.
Okay. Answer me this question: as we get older, does it seem like it's probably been the same temperature every summer for the last 40 years. But as I get older, man, I just can't deal with the heat as well as I used to.
I have to agree with you 100%. It seems to bother me and annoy me a hell of a lot more as I get older. I don't know what the hell it is. Not the regular. And like I said, it's not a bad smoke. Listen, anything AJ makes is a good product. It's Saturday, got 1 week for yeah, man. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that on this episode. We drove up there. Man, the things are pricey out here in South Florida. So just so you guys can have just an understanding the difference in pricing in different states, right? You know what? Before I ask Don to explain what he's done and how much he's out of pocket for his man cave built from the ground up, right? What's up, Crespin? We went out there. It's not a wood shed like I wanted. You know what I mean? It's a metal or aluminum siding shed. Absolutely beautiful. They're actually up to hurricane standards. You know what I mean? Which is great. I kind of gave him a floor plan. I was looking at a 14 by 16. I saw a 12 by 20 that I actually enjoyed, and their office was a shed that was 12 by 30, and they had a bunch of furniture in there. They had two big sectional desks, television, and it took up a lot more space than just regular chairs, right? Mm-hmm. And to me, it was plenty of space. What they did have was a mini split, and I keep telling Don he needs to invest that money in a mini split because it was quiet and it was cool. It was nice. It was really nice and refreshing when we went inside. But so just with no upgrades, So the 12 by 20 is about $9,000. Actually, about like 9,200. If I would get the 14 by 16, it's about, oh man, I wish I would have brought the pay. It's like $9,000. It wasn't that. It's crazy. It wasn't that much of a difference in price.
Because the square footage is probably close to the same.
Right. Now, where they get me is that if I go to a 14 by 16, I gotta pay an extra $800 for an escort fee.
For what?
Because it's too wide.
Oh, I got you.
When they drive it down here. If I go now, they gave me so now mind you, I asked to see what it would cost me to get an electrical outlet, the entire thing insulated, the ground, the walls, and the ceiling. What else? I wanted no windows. I didn't want to roll up. I asked for a double door. It came out to, you ready for this? $14,200 and something dollars. That's just for that. Guys, that doesn't include, I would have to still do the drywall, the spackling, the painting, the flooring, and then plus my furniture. We're looking at probably, when all that's said and done, I'm over $20,000. It's crazy. So just so that you know, that's what it costs. And mind you, it's not material. It's not what Don has.
Right.
Don, tell these people what you paid all in for everything.
So for me, I got the shell built. That was just no insulation, no drywall, just the outside shell with the stud, just bare studs on the inside for $3,500. And mine's a 12 by 16. 12 by 16. And then I'm all in with insulation, drywall, furniture, flooring, decorations, electricity, air conditioning, air purification. I'm all in about $7,200.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, it
now
baffles me.
I will also say that I have some really good friends who do some of this stuff. So my neighbor's an electrician. He gave me the brother-in-law price to do the electricity. He also did my house for me, some stuff in my house. So, I do on and off stuff with him all the time. So he gave me the brother-in-law price. And I got a buddy who I coached his kids in football, who has a construction company, who did all the drywall and insulation and painting and flooring. I bought the material, and he had his guys install it for me. So yeah, but $20,000 for I would have. I'm just going to be honest with you. It wouldn't happen here if that was going to be that much money, because
I get it, and I'll be honest, it's not going to happen here either. It's not, because like I said, I still have to pull permits for the electrical, and like I said, I will have to an electrician. I have no idea what that will cost me. I will probably do the installation myself because it's not that complicated. You know what I mean? The drywall, I will probably try it. It's just a matter of putting the drywall on there and screwing them on, but
it's the taping and floating that you might want to have somebody that knows what they're doing do that.
Yes.
If you care, like, like when my guy was doing it, it was like, all right, we can come in there and do it, or we can do it to perfection, and I got to charge you a little more. I was like, bro, I'm going to be out here smoking cigars and talking to my buddies, so it doesn't have to be perfect, And like up on the roof, you can see some seams on the drywall and stuff. I don't care. I really don't. Like, it's me out here. Every once in a while, my son will come over, or the two friends that I have in this world might come over and
Don't post that. Don't post that, dude. Don't. Hey, black man, dude, man, you can't be saying that, even though you one of the canadas, bro. That's hilarious, man. So listen, I've thought about reaching out because now I have a price point, right? Because I told the wife, I said, listen, if it comes out to like $10,000,
yeah,
okay, I'm good with that, right? Because I'll I have the money to pay it outright, but I'm like, why? I don't want to do that. I will put half down and just pay monthly, right? Because it'll keep money in my pocket so I can get everything else done. You know what I mean? Because honestly, the only thing that I will probably like, listen, I will do it. I will go on OfferUp and buy furniture. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at.
I got mine on Facebook Marketplace. Yep.
Right. So the only thing, and once again, it's just me and my ADHD. I wish Kevin for Cigar Prop would have never given me that advice. Okay. But it makes so much sense that it would cost me more to have a custom walk-in humidor than if I just bought a sauna, gut it, get the seats out of there, get the heating element out of there, and just put shelves. And use the same material like the bench to build shelves.
Yep.
Right? And because it's all cedar. All of it's cedar. Dude, I saw one. It's a 3-man or 4-man walk-in sauna. Oh, excuse me. For $1,200.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you can make a badass humidor with that.
Hell yeah. So I'm like, so I will have to find someone that would be that knows what they're doing, because I will put it at the wall at the end wall, right? And have them built around it. So I will have to extend.
Right. That's the only problem is you're going to have an added expense to build around it.
Right.
Because you got to put a roof over it. You got to put some walling around it so that it's not exposed to the elements.
Dude, man.
But I mean, think about it. It's sealed. Sauna's got to be sealed. It's sealed. It's got cedar. It's all you got to do is put a humidification system in there, and you're
yeah. No,
and you can get a humidification system for next to nothing.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of $100, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what an idea, man. I didn't even think of that, man. I'm wearing my Espinosa, my 601 he autographed for me. My regular panda hat, my original panda. I got to get some more panda hats, man. You know, I got to get me like the blue and I got to get me a couple of different colors. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, so I'm like, dude, $20,000. I'm like, it's you know what it is. I'll be honest with you, and like I told the wife, I go, you know what, I want it, I don't need it. You know what I mean? And right now, we're probably gonna have to wait before we pull the trigger, or before I pull the trigger. You know, so we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But now that I have somewhat a baseline. The true aspect, the true bonus of me going with someone like that is that I could finance the second half of it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Another option is I thought about finding out how much it would cost, put half down, and maybe get a loan from my credit union.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just have them take it out of my account.
A low interest loan and just write it out that way. Yep.
Right. So so mind you, I told you that she showed me a 10 by 20, and dude, I was impressed by the 10 by 20. The only thing I didn't like that it had a roll up garage door, 2 windows. I'm like, listen, how much without the roll up and without the window? Because I don't want any windows. Right. Because I'm like, the less heat and less sun exposure, the best.
So if you don't have windows, then you have to put a split unit in. You can't put like what I have right now. I have to have a window to vent it out of.
Yeah.
So if you do that, then you have to have it. But that's, I mean, honestly, if you go on, Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp, whatever, they got split units out there for not much more than I paid for this portable unit, and probably work a lot better.
I see one brand new for like $300.
Yeah, and you pay somebody a couple $100 to install it, because you got to pull vacuums and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, I think I paid either $175 or $200 for this standalone unit. So you're right at the same price for a better, quieter, solution for what you need.
Yeah, and I definitely want at least 2 ventilation vents, to suck up the air. So I mean, because I'm looking at least probably 2, and if I want to go crazy, I'll probably put 4. You know what I mean? 2 on the front, 2 on the end, with the decent sized fan in reverse mode to suck up all the air.
But just remember though, every exhaust fan you put in is that much more noise. Because even though they say they're quiet and they make noise, they do.
Unless, and mind you, so I looked up that the ventilation that Cigar Prop has.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
Not cheap, right?
They're not cheap, but super quiet. If I could get one based on the cubic square feet?
Cubic feet per minute, CPM.
So one of them should be able to cover, even if I get that 12 by 20. You know what I mean? And dude, it's pretty damn quiet, man.
Don't quote me on the number because I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think I either on Cigar Prop or somewhere I read that you want to turn the air over in your shop 2 to 3 times an hour.
Right.
So whatever your cubic footage is in your area, you want to be able to turn that over 2 to 3 times an hour. So, and probably even more if smoking cigars.
Right. And that's the thing, because I'm definitely gonna need something to pull the smoke out. My thing is, where am I gonna get the fresh air from?
Yeah, you got to have some kind of return, right?
That's where I keep on running into a wall. I gotta find out where can I get the fresh air from, and that's where the windows come in play and stuff like that. But the problem is I don't know. I just because all I would need is one rabbit, and one air purifier. You know what I mean? So. Blue Ox. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Blue Ox.
What's up, Bubble? Juan Ruiz. Is that you, John?
It is.
Well, if it's you, man, how the hell you been, brother? Blue Ox. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yes. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How are you, man? It's been a minute.
I'm telling you, bro. Dude, man, don't be a stranger. You gotta let us know when you're able to come and pop in.
Blue Ox. I need to look into that because I got like, see, so for me, I pieced everything. I pieced everything together. So I got the portable cigar. I got the portable air conditioning unit. I got the portable air purification. And then I got the exhaust fan up there. If I could figure out one solution for all that, it'd be really cool.
Yeah, no, not easy. I mean, looking. Nah, I'm over here, Blue Ox. So what is it? Blue Ox what? One does all work and takes out smoke and brings back. No. So what is it? What is it called? Blue Ox what? That's fine. I don't mind about that. Was it Blue Ox what, John? Blue Ox 1100. Oh, smoke eater. There it goes. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to definitely look into this.
I will say, man, for me, this is one of the better things that I've ever done for myself. As far as there's the man, the myth, the legend.
See, and that's what I want, because honestly, John, I want it to be silent, only because when you're in a small confined area, you know how 1,800 a pop with wall and ceiling and stuff, installments. You know what? I honestly, to me, it will be worth just so that it's not so damn noisy. You know what I mean? Because Well, Don, you going through that, right? Because
Yeah. I have to have special noise canceling on my microphone. I gotta have,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I kind of want, and that's what I kind of want, and that's another thing. So the height of the highest that they had was 12 feet, or just actually 11 and a half feet. You know, and I would like my ceilings to probably be, honestly, realistically, I would love to have it 14 feet.
I want to say that's what mine are, because my walls are 8 foot and it's about 4 foot up to the point. So I want to say that's 14, but it might be 12. I might be exaggerating here. I don't know, but
I just and like I said, I know I'm gonna spend a pretty penny. Rabbit does the same, but it's for a smaller room. Well, and I mean, mind you, honestly, John, what I'm looking at probably a 14 by 16 room. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a big space, or maybe the 12 by 20. I will actually, I might even see what's the difference in price for 14 by 20. You know what I mean? If it's not that much more, then I might as well do the 14 by 20.
Yeah, mine's a 12 by 16. So
yeah, I hear you. Blue Ox 1100. I just looked that up. I'm like, yeah, it's to me, to have somebody come, and what I would do is I would obviously have them come before I do the installation and do the drywall.
That's the top of the wall right there, and then it goes all the way up to the point of the ceiling. So I don't know what that equates to, but
oh no, just get a measuring tape at one point. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, the good thing is that the smoke doesn't linger around you. You know what I mean?
No, and like you said, I have a ceiling fan on the other end of the room that draws the smoke up and pushes it back out this way to my exhaust. So
electrical solution. Yeah, I get it, man. But dude, it's just I don't know if you were here. I don't know if you heard what I said. So PG kind of bring you up to speed. I went to go check out those sheds, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, when it's all said and done, dude, it's like 14 grand. 14 grand for either a 14 by 16 or a 12 by 20.
Okay.
And dude, it's just, dude, and mind you, that's with the installation. But the problem is with the installation is foam, right?
Right.
The problem with that is that what John is telling us now, right? Hey,
Right.
Nicky, how you doing?
Nicky, that's my sister.
Oh, hey.
What's going on?
What's going on, Nick?
What's
How are
going
you?
on, Big John? Long time, bro.
So to me, I'm like 20 plus grand, you know what I mean, to get it the way I want, and that's just crazy, man. That to me is just like, I don't know, man.
Is this the same place that you went to the first time that quoted you? Okay.
No,
So how are they looking at putting it on a slab, or they doing it like
they put it on some blocks.
Okay.
So and they're willing to put
What's up, John? How you doing, buddy?
They're gonna put it on 2 blocks to elevate it about 19, 20 inches above the ground.
Right.
So what I would do is, before they even do that, I will buy some white rock. You know what I'm saying? 10 by 20. I looked at a 10 by 20 today, John. Honestly, man, it didn't look bad, man. It really didn't. The only problem, the one that they had, it had windows and to me it's just and a roll up. I didn't want any of that, So I was like, nah, I don't want any of that crap. I don't want to roll up. I just want a double door, so I could be able to move furniture in and out, And the double door, you could get it with windows or without windows. I'm like, yeah, I don't want no windows.
Right.
So
I wanted a window just so I could see if it's light or dark outside.
Not me, man. I don't care. I'm gonna be in my man cave. I don't even want to know if it's light of day, man.
That's what I did, John. I set mine on pavers and with some 2x4 sliders type thing, or not 4x4 sliders. I set it on pavers and it's one of the better things I've ever done for myself. And I think my wife will agree with me when I say that it's one of the better things. I get a lot of enjoyment out of coming out here and enjoying my, I I don't have to sit on the porch and sweat my rear end off smoking a cigar. I can come out here, turn on the air conditioner, and
Yeah,
enjoy it.
Well, that AC is gonna get tested this summer, buddy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, you might as well go ahead and look at getting you another one.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, and mind you, that price includes the delivery and the installation.
Yeah.
But even that is still damn. It's just so damn expensive. I'm like, it's crazy. So here you got Don. He's all in everything for $7,500, everything.
Yeah.
And just the shell is over $9,000 here.
Yeah.
So you're looking at another 4 or 5, just the installation, the wiring, and the
Yeah.
whatever system you're going to run in there.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just it's crazy, man. It's just
Yeah.
the difference. You know, the difference in pricing, man. Don and I were talking about earlier. I'm like, man, I'm willing to get a hold of his people, man, and say, listen, I'll fly you down. I'll pay for your flight. You can stay at the crib. I'll feed you. You know what I mean? I'll feed you and take you around town, show you South Florida. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll still be cheaper. You know what I mean? But it's crazy. So what's up with you, PC, man? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Just been, taking care of some things and just trying to relax, bro. But I'll tell you this, I'm smoking the Room 101 Doomsday, baby.
The Doomsday.
I am stuck on the Rooms 101 right now.
Look at the website and see what they did inside a container full of smoke. I'm definitely gonna look. Like I said, I put a pin on the website, and trust me, I would definitely be checking it out. You know, So on a different topic, that sounds like a good time. So, guys, tomorrow's Mother's Day.
Yes,
Yes,
it
sir.
is.
You know, you guys got the wifey something. You guys are ready, prepared.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. We're gonna go to my mother-in-law's for a little while tomorrow afternoon and have the family together. But yeah, it's a little
You know, John, you're a trip, man. I can picture John is probably laying down in bed without his shirt on,
yeah,
as always.
as always.
You know what I mean? Bubble, love you, man. We'll talk to you soon, man. Let us know when you can pop on, bro.
But yeah, man, it's a little bittersweet for me. We lost my mom 9 years ago, and so Mother's Day is always a little bittersweet. But you got to celebrate the ones that are still here. And my mom and my mother-in-law is a fantastic person, just salt of the earth, just has loved me from day one and has never treated me any other way than like a son. And so that means something to me. And my mom, of course, has been my wife has been just the most fantastic mother to my kids. So it's a day. I always say it's a day that we recognize and we celebrate them, but we should be celebrating them every day.
What the
Of
heck
course.
happened to my camera? Don't know what happened to my camera, guys.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Stand by.
We can see you partially. It's like something clouding your lens.
Yeah,
You know
it looks like it went back to your laptop camera. There you go. Now you're back.
I got so many cords now, right? and all I did was move something just to the side, and that's what happened. You gotta love it.
Yep.
We celebrate both Mexican and American Mother Day. All right. Hey, Black, you're a trip, bro. Still go to Home Depot. Yo, man. And listen, there is some truth to that, man. And I get it. It's just a matter of trying to find out how much material I'm going to need, because I guarantee you it's going to be a lot cheaper if I could just buy the material myself, and just find somebody to build it. It's just a matter of figuring out how much to build. I mean, how much, I need, to buy to build. You know what I mean? So, Joe, what's going on, with you, my brother? What do you, Joe? What you do today? Anything big?
Man, like I said, I had to go to work this morning, and it was a short day, and I just dealt with this rain, man. Came back to the house, kind of relaxed a little bit, unwind, and just had some conversations and stuff like that, and just waited on my cigars to come in that we bid it on, and
So man, so I must have missed the cutoff date when
Mhm.
I won my first bid, and the second one, the one that you and I won, the riverboats, because I ended up getting my original the other 5-pack that I ended up buying, which I'll share because this is the stick that's on standby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
The Trinidad Espiritu number 2.
Oh, I
If
love
you guys
that.
haven't tried that, if you guys have not tried this stick, I'm telling you, you guys are missing out.
It's a spicy meatball.
It's a spicy meatball.
Hey,
Yes.
but we just kind of chill, man. So I'm making sure that everything's right for Mother's Day and stuff like that. So I get kind of, even though I get stuff taken care of, but I get a little anxious around any holidays, man. It's like, okay, somebody's not taken care of, so how that.
Listen. Oh, I gotta show you, man. Let me see if I could bring it up. I just placed an order on Amazon. Because I'm like, you guys know I got this new table,
Mm-hmm.
my laptop for my setup. So I'm like, I don't know if I put a glass on there, whether or not it's gonna end up ruining it or whatever. But I just bought. Where the heck where's my order? Come on now. Where is it? I think it's badass. I'll be honest with you. Where the heck is it? All right, now, of course, now that I'm looking for it, I'm not going to be able to find it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. What the heck, man?
I don't know about you guys, man, but we got this rain, man, but it's cool here in Georgia. You see, I'm in the Godfather sweatshirt, man. So
Do I see that? Dude, it's hot as heck. I got the fan literally blowing right on me, man, because it's so damn hot. It looked like it was going to rain today, but for whatever reason, it did not rain.
yeah, we're not gonna get out of the high 60s and 70s tomorrow, man. So
Really?
it might get down to 40 something tonight. Who knows?
Okay, let me see. It's not going to show it. It's not going to show. So I ordered some customized coasters with my logo, with the
Okay.
logo on it.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I'm hoping that it comes out. I hope it comes out. Let's see.
I got some customized coaster too, just for PC.
That is so wrong.
I already told you how the season gonna go, so I'm not even gonna get into that with you.
Dude, that is so wrong.
Where they hold the Super Bowl at?
I saw the funniest thing today, and I don't mean to make fun of any religion or anything, but I saw, that they just chose a new pope, and the way they do that is, they get together and they make the choice, and then they puff white smoke out of the chimney that lets them know that the new pope has been elected or chosen or whatever.
Right.
It showed a picture of Cowboys Stadium with a bunch of people standing outside. It said they're waiting for the white smoke to come out to say they have a new owner.
Oh. Wow.
Hey, I'm gonna start here with the white smoke.
Wow. Man, but you know what, Brad? But you guys got that good weather 24/7, man. You guys got no humidity out there on the west coast of Cali. Over here in South Florida, forget it, man. This damn humidity freaking will gag you, bro. Well, guys, as much as I hate to bring it up, but Black brought it up earlier today when we first got in. My birthday is next week. Trying to get things in order. My sister seems to be going all out. You know, my sister's so damn talented. You know, she's the one that does all this creativity stuff, and apparently she's doing some balloon decorations. You know, I'm like, but I know my sister. You know, she's gonna go over the top.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But you're a brother. She's gonna do that for you.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, man. And I'm looking forward to it. You know, the food has been ordered. We spoke to the guy again. We're still good. The other place that we ordered from, we're good there. Matter of fact, tomorrow I'm gonna probably get a Costco early in the morning because I still got to buy the plates and silverware. Oh, PC, missed it, bro. Man down.
Hey.
We got.
I got a corner there. I'm finna pour into my glass.
I don't even got it, bro. I don't even have that no more. I like tapped the bottom of it. You know?
Yeah, but I'm drinking on that one. It's up in the closet, man. I have to hide it.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you this, man. That's my second one, and I'm feeling it, bro.
You know, my wife's scared of that. She's like, I'm not playing with them.
Yeah, man. It creeps up on you, man. Hey, Black, I appreciate you, my brother. I'm probably gonna go live. You know what I mean? I'm probably gonna go live, maybe on TikTok or something like that.
Oh, we're going live from there. That's for damn sure.
Bro. So,
hey, don't be shy. Just go ahead and go live from
I'll tell you guys this. Panda's got the early time live. I have the late time live.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, so yeah. You know, I already got a bunch of people coming down. Don's coming down. Gabe is supposed to be coming down. You know, so it's gonna be some good time. I got some other friends and stuff like that. I'm gonna be smoking a lot. So I'm gonna try my best. I'm most likely definitely gonna have my morning smoke, but I'm definitely gonna try my best assistance not to smoke anything. You hear me? Anything before I get to the lounge.
Anything you want.
Anything, man. Everything's ivory. You know.
Hey, Mike, thanks for stopping by, man. So Mike is the guy, and he's going to say no, but he's the guy that taught me everything I know about managing people. He was my boss, 15 years ago was the last. So 20 years ago we started, and then he moved on after about 5 years of doing that. But he taught me everything I know about managing people, man. That's a good dude right there.
Wow. So we have you to thank, huh, buddy? Thanks, pal. But yeah, so you know what? I'm done with this, man. You know what it is? That stick keeps on looking at me, and I'm itching to smoke it because you can see the cello, man. The cello, even the cello. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the other cello? PC, you still haven't opened up that package I got you, man?
I'm letting it marinate, baby.
Well, look, you can't let that marinate any more than this.
I might as well open it up, though. I was gonna wait to Saturday to pop it. Whenever you go live, I was gonna throw it up, man.
Hey, today's Saturday. Oh, you meant next Saturday.
So this one has a little color, not that much, but it has a little bit.
Right.
What stick is that? Oh, that's the Spiritu. Yep.
Yeah, the Spiritu number 2. It has to be the number 2, guys.
Right.
I don't know why, but and it's funny, right? How those sticks are. Are you smoking an Andalusian Bull?
Who's that? Don?
Is that the one? That's the one you took out of my locker?
No, I smoked that when I was down there.
How about you, PC? Did you smoke yours?
No, I'm still holding on to it.
Oh, you gonna be a hoarder, huh?
I'm gonna be a hoarder, man. Good things come to some hoarders.
I got to show you guys the plume. So myself and one of my coworkers, We bought a box of the flying pigs, a box of the nines, and the box of the T-52s. I have, I think, 2 of each left, and I haven't opened. Now, mind you, we purchased this during COVID. Right? During COVID. So I opened up the box yesterday. Oh my God, the plume that's all over the lip. Oh my goodness. I'm like, good Lord. Once again, it's like the Davids, right? They're absolutely phenomenal smokes. They're great smokes. It's just the price point that I have the issue with.
Right.
Right? Because the same price that you pay for a flying pig is the same price you could get a Bellicoso. Right?
It's the same with this stick. The price point is like,
dude, but it's sick, dude. I told you that there's a lounge out here that's selling those for $40 a stick. That's absurd, man. That's a $22, $23 smoke at the highest.
Right.
So
at the ceiling, right.
Right. And what you call it? Who was it? Was it Randy?
Yeah, he was saying that the League of Nines were 22 at
$23
at Cigar International.
And mind you, I've gone to 3 different locations, 3 different lounges, even including mine, and they're no more than $18. Even at Neptune's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think 18 is the highest I've seen it, like here in my local shops. I haven't seen it up in the 20s, but I haven't been up to CI since you were in town back in September. So,
bro. So here we are, pretty much mid-May of 2025. Dude, where the hell has the time gone?
Man, half the year is already gone, bro.
Crazy.
Hey, Don, your boy Michael just said something to you, bro.
Amen, man. Amen. Yeah, May is pretty booked up, but let's make that happen because we say it all the time. But Michael's here in Houston, and he just moved out to Lake Somerville, which is a beautiful lake out in, I guess it's kind of central Texas. It's central East Texas, but it's a beautiful lake, and he's got a great property up there. He built a custom like a fire pit, but he built like bench seating around it, like just badass.
Nice. How far is it from you?
Oh man, probably hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
Listen, I keep telling you, if the Panda decides to move, I already told you where I'm moving to, man. And Texas is probably going to be the location. Me and the missus were talking about that today. And you guys, you met the wife. She quick. You got to be careful what you tell her, man. It's just like on vacation, right? Hey, babe, you want to go before you even finish the census? Do you want to go? The suitcase is already packed. You know what I mean? It's crazy, absolutely bananas, bro.
For all weather, right?
Oh my God,
the sun, the beach, nights.
Yeah, and listen, we're going to St. Augustine at the end of the month. For 4 days. Well overdue. We normally go to St. Augustine. You guys know 4 or 5 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
This year we just haven't been able to go, man. And now we got a child in the house. And you guys got to meet Rocco. The mini horse.
Hey, Rocco need a Cuban link.
Yeah. He's doing a lot better, especially with the training and stuff like that. So we got him. To me, I'm more concerned with her, keeping him in line as opposed to me, because when I yell for him, he knows. You know what I mean? When I give him a command, he listens. It's more for her to, but he's very attentive to her. Like today when I showed you guys the video, we went to Lake Okeechobee, and we didn't have him on a leash, as you guys saw. And I could tell you, so he would go so far, stop and look for her.
Right.
Like, how far am I from mom? You know, and I was like, okay, we're good, and I could see it, you know, and it's funny because he's part shepherd, half Great Pyrenees, and the shepherd aspect. So I've always had shepherds.
Mhm.
When a shepherd's like in defensive mode or with the hair in the back of their
Oh,
neck.
their hackles gets up. Yep.
So there was a car coming down to the scenic, right? And I'll show you. You could see he stopped.
There's my guy.
Yeah, he stopped, and slowly the hair in the back of his neck started, and I had to grab his attention, and I had to tell the wife, leash him. You know what I mean? She goes, "Why? Go look at the back of his neck." Let me see if I can find a quick picture of him.
Yeah, because he was on guard He was on guard at that point.
Mike,
Oh yeah.
Mind you, this dog, when he's about to show you, this dog's what, 4 months old now? 5 months maybe? 5 months old. This when we were down, we went down to South Florida in March for a cigar event, and this dog came walking around the corner, and I was like, "There's no way that dog's 5 months old."
Yeah. So my wife, you guys said my wife's 5'5". This is how he greets my wife every day. Hold on, let me see if I can turn this light off real quick. What the heck is it? So it doesn't. You can kind of get an idea. That's him now.
Yeah, Rocco's gonna be a big fella, man.
Oh yeah, man. That's how he greets his mama every day.
The thing is, if you got intruders, if you can teach him to be quiet while intruders or strangers are walking up.
Well, and that's it. But he's already there because let me tell you, he doesn't bark.
Right.
The only time he barks, yeah, it is a big dog. The only time so part of the Great Pyrenees traits is they're very protective of their herd, their family, and so we let him out before he even goes to go pee or whatever. He walks. I told you guys, he walks the perimeter.
Right.
So Mikey, so you're saying I got an acre and a half, right? It's all fenced in. He walks the whole bit of the backyard all the way around, and then he goes right back around, and then he does his business, whatever. But he's not much of a barker. But if someone's walking or getting too close to the house, he'll let you know you're too close to the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he has this bark and this growl. And so I absolutely love it. I don't discourage it. I allow him to bark. Today, listen, we took him for that 2.5 hour ride today with us to Sebring.
He was good.
He loved it.
Dude, chilled. You know, we stopped at one park. We had to use the restroom, so we let him go out, and dude, he was happy-go-lucky. We went to the shed place. Those people absolutely loved him. You know what I mean? And like I said, he's not a barker. You know what I mean, per se. But you get close.
He'll let you know.
If he feels if he feels your bad energy, he's gonna let you know you need to back up. You know
I mean, even when we were down there, and just to I love to play with dogs and stuff like that. Man, this dog teeth are like this. You do not want that to penetrate your skin at all. And not only that, like you say, they're big dogs. They're made for certain climates. And I know you guys take very good care of him, but his nails, you can tell this dog would use every aspect of his body to do whatever he need to do if he had to protect your home.
We have 3 acres and they protect. Yeah, I hear you, man. And that's the thing about his nails, right? So she grooms them all the time. I mean, his nails are so dead. So yesterday I come in, I'm not gonna indulge you guys by me taking off my shirt, but I have a gouge from here all the way down. Okay, from him jumping on me because his nails are so tough.
Picture it didn't happen.
Say it again.
Picture it didn't happen.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you can go off camera in a minute, but anyways, so you made me lose my train of thought. So okay, the teeth. So you understand this is how spoiled the missus has him. So the wife makes his food, although we have dry food, but the wife loves to make his food, you know, and she cleans his teeth so his breath doesn't smell. This damn dog is spoiled. Today he received the package. I get UPS comes with my and he goes. I go, what's this? I go, who's it for? He goes, for Rocco. I'm like, who the? I'm like, what?
How you know about the dog?
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, man. I'm just, he's in the chewing stage. I knock on wood that he hasn't chewed no furniture or sofa, but his teeth. You know what I mean? So we have toys everywhere, right? All these chewing things. You know what he gravitates to?
A stick.
A stick or the big gallon of water, the plastic bottle. I rip off the piece of paper. I step on it to crush it. And look, he's on that for hours. She buys him all these chew things. The dog has no time for it. I'm like, what? She just bought some supposedly non-destructive freaking ball. Not even 20 minutes, he destroyed it.
Oh yeah, there's no such thing. I make a joke, Mike. You talk about defending against the squirrels. I make a joke here that we got a 22-mile-an-hour squirrel in the backyard and a 21-mile-an-hour dog. He's on that squirrel's ass, but he never caught it yet. And that squirrel will sit on the porch and yap at him while he's behind
the dog.
You can just see he's just like, oh, let me out this door, man.
It's like the road runner and the coyote, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've had a couple of incidences here with Rocco, right? The first incident was he kept on digging in this one location, and we ended up finding out. I shared with you guys. My son was home, and our son Rocco comes with something in his mouth. He thought it was a rat. It wasn't a rat. It was a bunch of rabbits, baby rabbits.
Yeah.
So we got wild rabbits out here that they're constantly. So unfortunately they didn't make it. You know what I mean? He's not like gnawing at them, but because he's just trying to grab them, it end up happening. Right. Yesterday I come home to the yard and there's a pigeon. There's a pigeon in the yard. Somehow this dog got a hold of this damn pigeon, bro. Didn't have a chance, bro. Did not have a chance. And the thing is that he's playful. He's not maliciously trying to harm because there's really he's not a malicious grab with his teeth because they're so sharp.
Right.
He seems to be punching them, and that's and of course, and then of course the frogs. The one day that he came walking to his mama with a big ass frog in his mouth, and she almost had a heart attack.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't wobble to her because they'll release those toxins.
Mm-hmm. So of course, our neighbor across the street, she's a vet tech, so she called her immediately to make sure. She's like, just rinse his mouth. Most of those frogs, they affect little dogs. Man, it didn't affect this damn horse. Let me say, the next day that dog was just like nothing happened, whatever. So, the wife's been on a mission grabbing all these frogs. We don't have any frogs anymore. Before we used to have a whole family, not no more.
Now you got a family of beetles.
Yeah, family of beetles. Exactly. The ones that the frogs were eating all the damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Can't mess up the ecosystem, man.
So I keep telling him, man, she don't care. So they ain't gonna hurt my baby. I'm like, oh God, really? Oh, guys.
Spicy.
Oh my Lord, this bad boy is so damn good. Not that the Man of War wasn't good, but this is just a whole different beast, man.
But I never compared that stick with you, though. Do you get the white pepper out of that one, or you haven't reached that point? Because you're going to kind of get like a black pepper or a spicy. But
this one?
I got a lot of white pepper out of it the first time that I smoked that one.
Don't know just yet, because I still seem to have the ruination still on my palate.
Okay.
I'm trying to cleanse it, but it doesn't seem to be working. But this is so damn good, man.
Hey, get in the bottom of that bottle that you had. You might can cleanse your palate.
Oh my lord! But listen, I'm telling you, I only got that much left.
You switch it around.
So Panda, so what time are we showing up to the shop on Saturday?
You know, that's everyone's question right now, right? I don't know. I figure people start getting there by 4:00 to get themselves just chill, relax. You know, I don't know what time I'm showing up. You know, the food will be there by 5:30, so I'll probably be there probably around that time. You know, but I definitely would like to get with you guys before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let us know because we're coming in Friday night, so so we're in Fort Lauderdale. What we need to allow about a half hour or so to get there
Depends on where in Fort Lauderdale you're at.
by the airport, somewhere by the airport. We're like 2 miles from the airport.
Pat, you asked what shop? Since we have a moment, why don't we just show that beautiful bean footage? This is where I'm gonna have my birthday.
Got it right here.
Roll it real quick. What's going on, guys? This is your boy Panda, and your boy Panda has some great news. We have teamed up with Burn One Cigar Bar, located at 7328 Royal Palm Boulevard in Margate, Florida. Guys, Burn One Cigar Bar is your go-to destination for the finest selections of premium cigars at unbeatable prices. Step into a world of luxury and relaxation as you indulge in the smooth flavors and exquisite aromas of our carefully curated cigars collection. But that's not all. Burn One Cigar Bar has teamed up with us for an exclusive sponsorship opportunity just for you. When you call Burn One and purchase any box of cigars, you unlock a fantastic discount of 20% of your order using special discount code PANDA. You can contact Burn One at 954-970-0001 or on their social media pages, Facebook and or Instagram. Guys, don't miss this chance to elevate your cigar experience without breaking the bank. Visit Burn One Cigar Bar today, mention discount code PANDA, and treat yourself to premium cigars at an incredible value. Hurry up, this offer won't last. Burn One Cigar Bar, where luxury meets affordability, and they ship nationwide. Peace. Peace.
Hey.
Not. How do you? Who's that? Your sister?
That's my
Maybe.
sister. What's up, Dina? It's my sister Dina. She lives out in Cali. She's in town. She's in Houston here for about a week or so. We're gonna have dinner Tuesday night. So
Okay.
that's my older or younger sister.
So hey, how you doing, Adina? Yeah, that's the lounge, guys. That's where the Panda is like part of the furniture. It is one of those situations that if anybody wanted to assassinate me, you know what I mean? Assassinate me, you know.
Just show up there. Just show up there. You'll be there eventually.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll show up eventually.
Hey, he's gonna be moving so fast they won't even have a clear,
I don't walk fast, move fast. I don't have no idea what you're talking about, Willis.
Of course you don't, Mr. Drunk.
Panda, get it. Even though we know we don't need any more. You got that right, Black. I don't need any more cigars, but it always seems. I don't understand why I keep on getting orders, and I don't understand. You know. Yeah. So Pat's, that's my home lounge. It takes me about an hour to get there from my house, but I go there because I've been there. I've been going there forever since they opened up. You know, and the people there are just. I promise you'll never find another lounge like mine. Guarantee you. You know, and maybe I'm a little biased, but these guys have been there.
Yep, it's a nice place. It
I'm
really is.
I'm looking forward to going back.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, bro. Yeah, it's very comfy, and the good thing is that what I actually love about my line is that everyone's welcome. Right? We have a bunch of female smokers that go there. A lot of guys that go there with their wives, you know, and that's how they all feel comfortable coming in. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that to me is so important, right? And
There's a
I
lot-
think it makes things easier for men. You know,
A lot of times in a lounge, it's so I don't even know if this is the right word to use, but it's so misogynistic. You know, it's all men smokers in there, and it's a men's getaway and blah blah whatever. That's all a bunch of BS. You
Right.
know, my wife doesn't smoke cigars a whole lot. Every once in a blue moon, she'll probably have one when we're down there this weekend, next weekend or whatever. But it really is about feeling comfortable in a place, and you know. What I saw the first time I walked in there a year ago, or more than a year ago now, grown men, kiss each other on the cheek. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you again, man. And let alone you just saw each other yesterday, but it's that feeling of welcome for everybody, and leave your politics at the door, leave your religion at the door, leave your misogynistic crap at the door, and just come in and have a good time. And that's a special place. And honestly, the lounge that I go to is the same exact way. Maduro's here in Lake City. Pete's been there. It's kind of the same way. It's a place where you can just kind of go in and shut off your brain a little bit and
Right.
have a cigar and just chop it up with your fellow man and woman.
Yeah. And that's like my shop here, Harlem Cigar Room. I'm telling you, man, ladies at the lounge have a whole night on Tuesday nights. They do all kinds of events for the ladies there, man. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow for Mother's Day. So I may have to swing through that. I haven't been there since I left Florida. So I'm overdue to go back. I've just been busy and bogged down. You know how that goes. Kind of looking forward.
Listen, guys, my lounge is one of those lounges. If you have thin skin, don't come in. Don't come in. That's all I gotta say. Don't come in.
There's a lot of shit talking going on.
There is a lot of shit talking, especially when we're playing dominoes.
Yeah, I was
smacking them bones.
You playing cards, and you most definitely got to be.
I'll tell you what, man. The worst thing that ever happened to Maduro's in Lake City was the Cigar Don building the man cave out in his backyard.
Yeah, listen. I want to have my man cave. It's one of those things that you guys are the same way. I do everything for my family. You know what I mean? I do everything for the wife. I do everything for my kids. I just want to be able to do something just for myself. I've never done anything like this or like that I want to do for myself. Right. And I really want to go all out, And you guys know me and have known me long enough to know how my ADHD kicks in, and my OCD and all this other crap kicks in because it's because I want like the ultimate man lounge that I could just chill, relax, have my surround sound, watch my boxing, watch my football, basketball, whatever the hell I want to watch, and just be able to relax.
No, I get that, man. And as well as you should have something for yourself, man, and make it your own, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I agree, Nadina. I actually agree with you 100%. And I could tell you that my lounge, but the thing is this, they make you feel welcome immediately, and there's not one person that will not say hello to you, or if you need help with anything, as the patron, we're there to help. These guys have seen, I've been behind the bar, it's a beer and wine place, but I've helped out with beer and wine. I've helped sell cigars, and I'm like their personal tobacconist, you know what I mean? And the guys absolutely love busting my chops because they're like, hey, you taste the pepper? Do you taste the sweat? Because I'm like, whatever, man. Because listen, and we all know this, right? If I had to take and put a percentage on those people that on any lounge that take it to the level that we do, it's very small.
Very small. Yeah.
Okay, very small. People that smoke cigars, for the most part, they just enjoy smoking cigars. And It's either they like it or they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no reason for why.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no reason for why they like it. Yes, absolutely.
Now you see it runs in the family, right? So
Yeah.
Dean, I was drinking some port wine tonight. They were giving me some crap about being bougie or whatever, but whatever.
But you are bougie, Don. I mean, it is what the hell it is. You're smoking an Andalusian bull that it's not that it's a limited release, but they just seem to be hard, to get between that, the Donadovs, you know what I mean?
But he has connections, though. He has connections in high places.
Yeah, apparently so, man. Wino. Oh, that's awesome.
And just for the record, I'm not a big wine guy. I'm not. I had a bottle of Cab out here. It was so dry, I had to drink water after every sip to keep my mouth salivating. But just something about this port wine with cigar smoking is just really.
It's the sweetness of it.
It
bro.
is. It mixes well.
The sweetness, yeah. But that's why I love my bourbons, man.
Yeah.
And I was a big Scotch drinker forever. You know what I mean? Although there are some scotches I still enjoy, I just don't care for the peatiness. The more peatiness, the less I care for it. What's that? Diamond? What is it? Diamond Dogs.
Diamond Dogs. David Bowie.
Oh,
that's what she's drinking tonight.
okay. See, I don't mind a nice Cab.
That means nothing to me, but I bet it's good. Knowing her palate and knowing what kind of wine she drinks, that's probably a really good one.
No, and the wife's a big wino. My wife loves wine. She belongs to a wine club and stuff like that. So, I love my wine only when I'm eating a good steak. You know what I mean? That to me, I love a good, nice red. I either like a good Cab or a good Moscato. I love a good Moscato. The port wines. I'm very limited on my port wines because like some port wines are very, very sweet for me, and it kind of messes my stomach up.
Good. Yeah, my wife doesn't like wine much at all, but she's gotten into liking some Moscatos and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, the wife, she's a big Moscato drinker.
Yeah, man. Telling you. So yeah, this is great steak wine. Listen, I'm gonna have to Bossa Robles, Austin. I'm gonna have to see if the wife knows about that one. She's right now. She's into a lot of Italian wine. A lot of Italian wine she's into. About the friends. I agree 100%, Michael. You know what? Yeah, you know what? It could be the shittiest wine as long as you have good company, enjoying the moment.
Amen.
Can't go wrong.
You can never go wrong. You're absolutely right on that.
It's the next day that matters.
As we know from me in Texas, I'm just saying. I know. Yeah. International sign of help.
We'll just say this: Panda was weller than the rest of us in Texas.
Oh, damn! Pow. And you know what? That's the only bottle I did not buy.
You don't have a bottle of Weller's?
I do not have a bottle of Weller's
yet.
You know what? And it's so crazy. And I told you how much it is here. And you guys have that easily accessible, man. Easily accessible there. And for what you guys pay for the 1.7, I pay more what you guys pay for the 1.7 for $750 a year.
So Mike, Panda came to Texas in September, and we had a little event up at a friend of ours up in Trinity, and it got oh man, that Weller Cohiba is not good. I'm with you, Pats. I'm with you. That is not a good cigar. In my opinion, most of these whiskey manufacturers that come out with a cigar are not good. The Buffalo Trace is not good. The Pappy Van Winkle is, yeah, and the Weller by Cohiba is not. Yeah,
exactly. What is the Gurkha bourbon?
Evil.
Yeah, the Gurkha. Yeah. Only thing you just get the aroma of some type of bourbon or something like that. But You don't, when you smoke them, you don't taste it.
Yeah, well, Gurkha. I know Gurkha has a cognac one, but
Yeah,
first of all, I'm not a Gurkha fan to begin with. But but to me, I absolutely love the special reserve, the green bottle.
Right.
I do have a bottle of the Antique 107 in my bar, and the problem with that is, first of all, it took me 2.5 years to get me a bottle of Antique Weller, right? The 107, and I still paid up there. And what blows my mind is the fact that these are bottles that should be like 60, 70 bucks. Let's plan a date in June. Can you bring? I'll supply the drinks.
That's the plan.
Does bottle taste like bubble? What is it? The
Buffalo Trace cigar.
Yeah.
Buffalo, but it's not good. You know what? Listen, I like Buffalo Trace, especially in an old fashioned. That's my go-to drink mixer. Is either honestly I either like Buffalo Trace or Elijah Craig, or Maker's Mark. Or Old Forester. Old Forester is another one for a good.
I'll tell you, man, the bourbon that I'm on, or not even a bourbon, it's a whiskey. The whiskey that I'm on right now is Von Payne Black. It's infused with black currant fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it is so good. It is so good.
Hey, Pats, hold that thought for a second. I'll be right back.
I'll tell you, if you're gonna make, well, you can't go wrong with the Bullet. If you are making old fashioned or something like that, that's a good substitute. If you just don't have anything, or you just that, or the bars that you attend don't have it, Bullet is a good substitute. But I like going with the Buffalo Trace if I'm going to have old fashioned.
Oh, we had a crawfish boil. Let me tell you something. There's not a dude that boils crawfish any better than this guy right here. I went to one of those parties.
Oh, Mike?
Oh, Mike, man. Yep. I went to one of those parties. I think I remember that.
Yeah, too much to drink. What were you drinking with?
No, of course not. Never.
Never. Not you. I most definitely look at trying the Eagle.
I love Eagle Rare, man. And we can get it pretty regularly around here. So it's not a hard to find like it is some places, but I love Eagle Rare.
Right. And that's the thing. There's a lot of liquors I haven't tried. I used to drink all vodka at one time, and I would mix it up during the holidays with something dark. But I just really got into drinking dark liquors over the last few years and stuff, especially since I've been in cigars.
I'm on the right now. I'm on the 1792. What's going on, Blake? Right now, I'm on the 1792 full proof, and it's 124 proof, and it will melt your nose hairs. But it's really good, man. It's a really good flavor. I also I haven't opened it yet, but I got a bottle of the 1792 small batch, which is a little less proof, which is probably more to my liking as far as the sipping whiskey. But
that's mine.
Full,
I like
full
this.
proof.
I like
full
the
proof will melt your face.
Hey, Pat, quick question: is this the bottle you're talking about?
Ooh, looky here.
Huh?
That better be that better be at the shop on Saturday. That's all I know.
So I am gonna bring. So I got 4 bottles. I got 4 of these. I got 4 of them. So as you guys know, I got a little connect. You know what I mean? I got a little connect. And
I say he's on the way.
Hey, listen, Pat, you're more than welcome, buddy. So I have 4 bottles of the Elmer T. Lee. I absolutely love Elmer T. Lee. And the problem is the secondary market has completely destroyed, all of this, right? Because Hold on, I gotta load my table here for a second. Thank you. All right, thank you. You like my new table? What? Like that? Hold on, wait. All rise.
I got a new toy.
Hold on, all right. Wait a minute. All right. Come, let's bring it back down. Bring it down. No, I'm like a kid in the candy store right now. So guys, this is the one of the true beauties of hanging out at a lounge, right? That you have people from all walks of nature that actually go to these lounges. And I just so happen to know a manager that works at a particular liquor store that when stuff like this comes out, he only gets 1 or 2 bottles. And, I'm like, get me a bottle. And he called me up the other day and said, yeah, I had a friend asked about tequila and cigars last week. Give me 1 second.
Hold on.
I'll give you my opinion about tequila. So, second market always good. So, the secondary market. So it cost me $89 for this bottle, which isn't that bad. I think it's probably about this is probably a $60 bottle, but this particular place where he works, he's not allowed to go above MSRP. So apparently MSRP right now is about $89. So you go to the local regular mom and pop liquor stores. I have seen this bottle as high as $3.99 here in South Florida. $3.99, right? And pretty much most of the others are like $2.99. So it's a $300 bottle. I'm like, it's crazy, but people buy them. People absolutely buy the Amatili because it's good. But I can't see myself paying $300 for this bottle. Listen, like I said, I used to have 5 bottles. I only have 4 now because I decided just to crack it open. And I think in the weekend I killed the bottle. But this, I absolutely love this. But go ahead, PC. You got some tequila?
Yeah, I got Hornitos, which you can have Hornitos tequila with lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Makes an outstanding drink. It's smooth. It doesn't affect you in a negative way the next day. And this one here is my new favorite, man. This is the Addictivo.
Nice.
And you can drink this straight when on the rocks, and it doesn't burn. It's smooth, dude.
So
we killed a bottle of that in one night. So, and here's the cool part about this bottle. If you notice, that's liquor in the top, so you can take shots with the top and refill it.
Pat, give me 1 second so I can answer Nadina's question in regards to tequila. So I'm not a big tequila fan. I really am not. I'll be honest with you. For whatever reason, it upsets my stomach. It gives me heartburn. But there are certain tequilas that I do enjoy. I like the Casa Azul. The Casa Azul is really good, but it has to be chilled. Like most of the tequilas got to be chilled. The only one, and I can't remember which one it was, is that Gabe on Hologram, when he was down here doing issues on Grand Opening. He came in with the Don Julio's. It was a brown label. I can't remember the name of it. And that paired up very, very well with the specific cigar that I was smoking that day. So, and I've heard, because I know that there's a particular interview out there with Arnold Schwarzenegger that some guy took the cigar, dipped it in tequila, and had him smoke it. And I'm not that person to dip my cigars. Although I've been known to from time to time dip my cigars in espresso. You know what I mean? But it also depends on the cigar itself. But
I'm not a huge fan of tequila with a cigar because, to me, and I'm not a huge tequila drinker either. So take this with a grain of salt. Tequila is that spirit that kind of makes me do that when you drink it, and to me that just never pairs well with a cigar because it's such a strong taste.
And that's why with those I agree with you on that point. I don't like smoking something that's going to be that has that bite. Those 2 bottles don't have a bite. I don't like anything that's going to just run me away from it. So, I'll put it down. You'll be like, hey man, you're not drinking. I'm like, all right, I'm done. You know what I mean? So, and they pair up, fairly nice. Those two bottles pair up fairly nice with a stick. It just depends on the stick. Now, what I will say, I have done the dip with the tequila before, but it's no different than, like we said, the other, like the Buffalo Trace just being dipped, or you're just going to get the aroma of tequila on your stick while you smoke.
Yeah. Don Julio 1942. That's another bottle that I enjoy. I don't mind, but once again, it has to be chilled.
I may have
Doesn't
a
have
bottle of
a
that in the cabinet.
It doesn't have a bite, like what PC was saying. I said, I mean, I know people that enjoy the pairing, because it's a sipping. Some people, most
Shot.
of the time is a shot, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not much of a shot kind of guy. I enjoy sipping on my bourbons and stuff like that. But there are people that I do know that enjoy dipping their stick in tequila.
Yeah, that's like the 1800. I wouldn't pair the 1800 up with the stick at all, because it's meant just to take a shot, just to get you there to have some fun, to get you all spirited up and whatnot. But you got to be selective and find what's good for you and what works for you, man. So
Listen, I found that bourbon seems to be the best pairing, honestly, because you're gonna say, because the difference to me, anyways, the difference between Scotch and bourbon's a little sweeter, right? And when you have some of these cigars that could be a little bitter, you know what I mean, or a little spicier, I think that sweetness mellows it out just a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you something that will knock your socks off if you tried some Scotch with the stick. It's a friend of mine bought me a bottle for Christmas a couple years ago. Scotch, it'll pair up nicely with it. But
it depends, PC. And mind you, this is my opinion. The problem with Scotch is it depends on how much peatiness is in that Scotch.
Right.
If it's a lot, to me, it destroys my palate.
Right.
It takes away from the enjoyment of me smoking my cigar.
Right.
And mind you, the cigar's gonna last a lot longer than me sipping my bourbon.
Well, it's just going to heat you up, because if it's got all that peatiness in it, you're going to be burning your tongue the whole night because you're tasting Scotch and not really,
enjoying the smoke.
Right.
So, Pat, going back to your question in regards to are you referring to the one? Which one are you talking about? The Elmer T. Lee, the 100-year tribute to what? I'm sorry, I think you kind of threw me off. Of the Elmer T. Lee, or is there something else?
Tequila and rum, I don't pair with the cigars. Okay.
I'll tell you what's another good thing. What was good is gin. Let me tell you something. I was never a gin drinker until probably about 3 years ago, because gin is very dry.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I like the cheapest gin. I like the Beefeater with some tonic.
Some seasonings.
And the night, and it has to be a very good lime wedge, that has some good juice in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a great, refreshing drink, especially in the summertime. You know what I mean? I love Beefeater, gin and tonic with the lime wedge. I absolutely love, and especially when I don't like to diet, but when I'm working out and I try to stay away from the sugary contents of the bourbon, I'll go to gin because no sugar, etc.
Right. But what do you think about mojitos and stuff like that?
I'm not a mojito guy.
No,
now, mind you, my buddy from Boston, huh?
Yeah. Even though it has the lime and the mints.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think that combination, So
that's Dita's husband, Trey.
What up?
And it's crazy because, mind you, like I said, Beefeater is like the cheapest or the most inexpensive gin you could buy. But for whatever reason, I love that one as opposed to like Tanqueray or Although I actually I don't mind the Aviation, the one that used to be owned by the actor, what's his name? Deadpool. What was the Deadpool actor? Holy crap! I just had a brain fart. The actor, the one that you look like the other day that PC put the meme on, bro.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. He was the founder of the owner of Aviation. He sold it, but that one's not my Pat. Thanks. That one's not bad. But for whatever reason, like I said, I enjoy Beefeater. It is on the very low end of the gins. Gin is very, very dry. And like I said, about 3 years ago, for whatever reason, a buddy of mine was drinking it because he was on some type of meal plan, diet, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm staying with." I'm like, "You know what? Let me try it." And he let me try his drink, and I'm like, "Oh, I could get into this."
Have either of you guys tried the Room 101 gin? I haven't been able to find it, so
You probably got to go straight to the source to get that.
Sip Smith is my favorite. I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay, so Mitch. Okay, so I have a love-hate relationship with that bourbon. I'm gonna be very honest with you because they have different blends. I have a love-hate because I'm trying to think of the one that I actually enjoy. Oh my god! Of course, I'm gonna have a brain fart right now. If it comes back to me, Philip, I'll definitely I'll let you know. But it's like Whistle Pig, right? Whistle Pig. I didn't enjoy Whistle Pig. I thought I was gonna enjoy it because a good friend of mine, him and I have somewhat the similar palate. He smokes cigars just like I do. He's more of a bourbon connoisseur than I am, And it's funny because he loves cigars. But he comes to me and asks me about my opinion about certain cigars, and I've introduced him to a couple of cigars. Matter of fact, he's the one that introduced me to the Tabernacle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just so you guys have an idea where his palate's at. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm trying to think. What was the? Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. I really am. But another bottle I love the Elijah Craig Rye. The Elijah Craig Rye to me it tastes like caramel. You know what I mean? That to me is just such a good pairing, with cigars. Woodford Reserve is another bottle that I enjoy working. Another inexpensive bottle. What's another? Monkey Shoulder is a little spicy. So you kind of got to be careful with what cigar you're smoking.
But I got to mention, man, Ernie turned us on to that Woodford Reserve Maple. I love that because it has the right sweetness on it, and it's not too much for my palate or whatever. I can drink that.
See, I can't do drinks like that though, man. It's like the Jack Daniel's honey. Oh,
too sweet. Yeah,
that's just way too sweet. I might as well just freaking get sugar and mix it in with some water. Oh man, it's just.
I got to admit though, I do like the Wild Turkey American Honey.
See, I like the Wild Turkey 101 though.
Yeah.
That's a specimen ball. that bad boy is no joke, man. That was another weekend bottle that came and went just as fast as it got here, man. Let me tell you. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good pairings out there, man. There really is.
It's been a while since I seen you with some Elijah Craig, man. Even when we were down there, I was like, man, he don't have two good bottles.
Well, I could tell you this: I got a 1.75 bottle waiting for us on next week Saturday.
Yeah,
there's Jack. It's so funny. I used to do
Mike's a Jack. He's a Jack guy, man.
That's my coworker. Listen, this is how crazy my coworker. He has them ordered monthly. He gets the handles because he likes Jack and Coke. And it's funny, I don't like Jack and Coke, but I like Jack and ginger ale with the lime wedge. Another good refreshing drink.
Now that Jack pairs up really well with the Perdomo's stick.
Yeah.
It does.
It's been a while since I've had Jack. I'll be honest with you. It's been a while.
So Dina asked, what about Irish whiskeys?
Irish whiskey, okay. So Irish whiskey, they got some peatiness that it's once again is hit and miss for me.
Mhm.
Is there any particular Irish whiskey that you enjoy? You know, and like I said, to me, I'll tell you a bottle that I introduced your brother to. Tell him. Go ahead, Don. Tell him.
I'm drawing a blank here.
Really, bro? Don Moore?
Oh yeah, the that's a Scotch though.
Oh, Scotch, right?
Yeah,
Scotch.
the Dalmore cigar malt. That's
The Don Moore is no joke.
you're gonna come
Even
out of
the
pocket.
12-year.
You're gonna come out of pocket for it, but it's a
Yeah. The wife got me that for my birthday. Healing is amazing. Really, I'm gonna have to try. I've never heard of that one. But I'll tell you this: like the Dalmo, even the 12-year. Oh, and mind you, I bought a bottle, you know, for the birthday party. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
you're gonna bogart it. You're not gonna bring it.
I'm not bringing it. I'm not. You know why? Because people are gonna just start pouring just to pour, and
You're right.
yeah, you know what I mean. And, nah. Let me see. Geez, small batches, very smooth, no peak. Okay, so then I don't mind it. I don't, like I said, and it's funny because I used to be a big Johnny Walker guy, especially double black. I don't mind double black as you know, but I used to drink Johnny Walker all the damn time, all the time. Red spot. Mm. Mm. I'm gonna have to try it out. If it's not as peaty as you're saying, then I'll definitely enjoy it. Listen, the Balvenie 14-year, you know, Caribbean casket. That's another one that just when you taste the peatiness, it goes away and it's so damn smooth. And that bottle's scary. The 14-year Caribbean casket Balvenie is absolutely delicious. Oh, that's another bottle I'm bringing, Macallan's. So I got a bottle of Macallan's 18 in my bar. I can't believe what they're going for. They're like $300 freaking dollars, man. $300-400. It's absolutely absurd. I have a special Woodford Reserve Spirit. You know, right now that bottle I bought that bottle for $150. I could sell it for probably $400 right now because like it's 3 years old.
Old.
You know, yeah. But yeah, I like Macallan's, man. I really do. Even the 12-year, you know, and obviously as you go the 12-year, the 18-year, the 25, the price on it just gets ridiculous. Yeah, I like Macallan's.
I think some of those prices go up to like 1,000, right? Some of the prices on the liquor goes up to like 1,000, like on the Balvenie or something like that.
Listen, the Balvenie, I don't know about the Balvenie, but I can tell you this. I saw when we went to Total Wines, we saw a bottle of Macallan's that was going for like 35 grand.
Damn.
Oh, Nadina, man, let me tell you something. Philip, don't take offense to this, but I love you. I am a big Japanese whiskey guy. I love my Hibiki. I love my Hibiki Master Blend. I absolutely love Japanese Centauri. You know, I absolutely love freaking Japanese whiskey, man. Oh my God, it's so damn good. The 50-year goes, oh yeah, I believe it, man. The Macallan's gets ridiculous, man. It gets sick. The price, but mind you, honestly, even if I had the money, I would spend it. You know, listen, I got a buddy of mine, and I shared this with you. He has a bottle of a Pappy Van Winkle. Is it 25-year or 50? I don't freaking know. 60 grand. Is that 600 grand? Get that, man.
We're gonna drink it, and at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be gross or whatever, but it's gonna turn into urine. I mean,
Yamazaki's another one, but I love Hibiki, man. I got two bottles. I got 2 bottles of the regular Hibiki, and I got one bottle of the Master Blend. Excuse me. And I absolutely love them.
That's what I love about liquors, man. Even though some of the bottles may be expensive, man, but they gain value. You don't lose a whole lot of value in them. You can trade them off for different liquors.
Let me tell you something. But to me, it's like, is it worth the money? It's like cigars, right?
Right.
You know, to me, it's like There's no cigar worth
$100
$100. There's no cigar worth $50 out there. Oh, I'm so damn jealous. That's not a cheap bottle. Let me tell you, that I'm aware of. Not here in South Florida, that's for sure. One of the best things I believe it. $60 a shot. God. Honestly, if I had a shot, this is how I'd be drinking it, Adina.
Let's say put the lid on it so it won't evaporate.
Oh my Lord, man. It's crazy, man. You know, and like I said, it's just there's just certain cigars I won't buy just because of the price point. There's certain, just like, and the crazy part is that I started getting into bourbon collecting, right? And that thing just started getting way too expensive. I was like, you know what? I got to pick my poison. You know, I got to pick my poison.
We can't be into everything.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I already got a problem with these. I don't need to start collecting because you guys know I become a hoarder. You know, I do. I got cigars that I've had
without
for like
the dir.
12, 14 years.
Hey, can you imagine?
You're a hoarder without the dir.
The dirt, yeah.
Can you imagine, Don, him having the cases of just liquor sitting in the corner?
Collecting stuff.
You wouldn't miss not one. I would come to Florida with empty suitcase, man.
It's Trey. I got to tell you, it's my mission to get you into cigars, though. I told you that when we were at Jason's house. It's my mission to get this dude into cigars. He said no. He said he's got too many vices already, but it's my mission.
I hear you, Pat. I believe you. I believe it. You got. So it was. Listen, Pat. Let me tell you, it was like when Blanton's, right? Blanton started getting crazy. Once again, me having a good connect. I wasn't playing secondary market. You know, I was getting Blantons, even the green bottles for like. So the regular Blantons I was getting for like $80, right? That even now, you look, a bottle of Blantons will cost you $150 easy. The green bottle, the red bottle, all those, they just start going higher and higher from there. But because of my connect, I've been able to get things for the most part for MSRP. So I have like 4 bottles of Blantons. I got a couple of bottles of I got like 3 bottles of E.H. Taylor. I got I don't know if you guys have heard of Nash Tucky. I got a 5-year and a 9-year. I paid up on those 2 bottles. I think I paid for the 5-year, I paid $120, and for the 9-year, I paid $180. And the 5-year I've had for like both bottles I've had for like 5 years.
Yeah, Pat's your comment here, and he calls me the bougie one. So just for context.
Whatever, dude. Like I said, I had to stop. I had to pick up. I stopped collecting. I stopped going to these places. This recent market is overrated. Would rather have it. I agree. So like here, like the green bottle, you could find them here and there. The one that's hard to find is the antique, the Weller Antique 107. Like I said, it took me about 3 years to finally score me a bottle, and I still paid like $125. I want to say something like that, $150. You know, I agree with you, Pat. Blanton's is not. But listen, going back to my buddy with the Pappy Van Winkle, that is just nasty. I don't understand the hype. You know what I mean? Because one thing that okay. People are paying $300 for this bottle, right? Not that I will ever pay $300 for the bottle, but this is a damn good freaking drink, man. This bourbon, it's just ridiculous, man. You know, but I still wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't pay $300 for it. The most I would probably pay for this bottle is maybe $100, if that. You know, like I said, I paid $89 for it. The size like $92, $94. You know. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not. To me, it's all about the hype. It's like with cigars, right? You know, when the Cubans, we always hear, the best cigar I ever smoked is a Cuban. Well, how long you been smoking, buddy? You know, ma'am, how long you been smoking? Because the Cubans are not the best cigars ever. most Cubans to me all taste the same, with the exception of, like, to me, I love the Bahiki, I love the Monte Cristo #2, you know. But yeah, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't worth the price. It was see, and that's the thing, right? Because to me, even with cigars, right, I always compliment the cigar or the drink based on the price point, right? So if the bottle is worth, let's say it's $100, right, and I take it and I'm drinking it, I'm like, you know what? We'll see, Pats. Yeah. Huh? Yes. Hey, sorry about that. My son just got home from work. What's on the countertop is yours if you want to eat it. But anyways, so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, so to me, it's always about the price point. Does the price point meet the hype of the taste and flavor of what I'm trying? And most of the time, the higher the price point, the more disappointed I become. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, why am I spending so much damn money on something that I could probably buy 5 or 6 of something else that I know I'm going to really enjoy? You know, listen, I was gifted a $100 cigar going on almost 2 years, right?
What's going on, Donovan? My son.
Hey, what's going on, Donovan?
What's going on, Junior? You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like everything. Like I said, I always compare it to the price point to see, is it worth it? And I've yet to find a cigar or a bourbon that's worth the hype that everybody has. You know, and it's just like I don't get it. But I guess if you have the money, you don't mind spending the money, go for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just know that even if I had the money, I would definitely not spend it. You know, so yeah, you know. But what does Pat say? You would love to try a Cuban. All I would say, Pat, is that just be careful on. Listen, the Cuban cigar is the most counterfeited cigar that you will ever find in the market.
Yep.
You know, there's only certain places that you go, even abroad. You know, if you go to Canada or England or anywhere in Europe, you're guaranteed to get a Cuban. You know, but like I said, the Bahikis, I don't know what the Bahikis are going for now. I know the last time I smoked the Bahiki was a while ago, and it was like $50. I tried to keep it Cohiba, and I went out of the country and thought it wasn't. Yeah, see, and that's the problem right there, right? There are indications for you to tell whether it's a legit Cuban. You know what you look at the band. If the band is really loose, it's not a legit Cuban. If you look at the verbiage on Cohiba, there's certain things on the band itself that will tell you that's not real. You know what I mean? How much veins they have on it.
To me, it's not even worth trying to figure out what's real and what's not when I can go get a $9 West Tampa Red and I know nobody's counterfeiting that cigar. You know?
Yeah, I just want to shout out some people on TikTok that's watching us too. Like Rudella just jumped on, and just want to say what's up and thank you for stopping by, checking us out late nights or whatnot.
Absolutely.
Oh, you got us on TikTok?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, and like I said, guys, to me, I love doing the pairing. I love certain bourbons and certain gins and scotches and stuff like that blend so well, and it just enhances the experience, that you're smoking. And we said this earlier, right? Most cigar smokers, for the most part, don't go as in depth as we do. It's either they like it or they don't. And most people that don't smoke cigars and they try it for the first time, they don't understand. They don't get the hype or the lifestyle, because all they taste is tobacco, which is like dirt or grassy or whatever,
And that's where, when you get into it, you have to educate yourself a little bit about the notes and the different tobaccos, the shapes and stuff like that. That'll, kind of help you out on, some of the things that we talk about when it comes to, tasting that raisin or that floral or something like that.
Hey, I want to expound on something Pat just said about a good pairing of sodas. So I can't drink a lot of soda. I've shared before. I had weight loss surgery, so I can't drink a lot of carbonation. But one soda that really pairs good with a cigar, and I just found it, and I hate that I can't drink a lot of it because I can't. But Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness, it's such a good pairing with a cigar.
Well, and that with regular Dr. Pepper too is another one on cream soda in general that seems to pair up very well.
Yeah,
You know,
and I'll tell you, even if you're drinking a zero soda or something like that, 0 calorie type or zero sugar, it's still nice with the Dr. Pepper. You know, even with that one.
Another thing I've heard people say, and I've never tried it, but it's probably worth trying, is root beer.
yes.
I've heard root beer pairs really well with a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, root beer, any type of cream soda, regular Dr. Pepper, you know, any type of that type of combination that they have.
Yeah.
And another thing is a lot of people don't pair beer with cigars very much, but a darker, like a cream ale or a stout or something that's not super carbonated, not super hoppy, pairs really well with a cigar. Like I love, you guys know, I love my Guinness with a cigar, you know, because it's got that dark kind of charred taste to it. So
I'll tell you, if you can try a fruity IPA or something like the Presidente, which is a very clean beer, you don't taste all the hops and barley in it, man. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. You'll have a good smoke with good cigar. You know what I'm saying?
Nadina, I'll be honest with you, I cannot drink ginger beer, and I love ginger. I love ginger ale and stuff like that, but ginger beer, I don't know what it is about it.
It bloats you, man.
Not agree with me at all.
Ginger beer bloats you.
I like a good lager. Like I'm a big Yingling guy. I'm not much of a beer drinker, but if I do drink beer, I'll drink a Yingling. Once in a while, I'll have a Corona, but I like Cigar City.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is another dark lager.
I gotta ask you, when you drink a Corona, do you put a lime in it?
Yeah.
You know why you put a lime in it?
No, tell me. Right,
it tastes like hell. You gotta put a lime in it to make it taste better.
Lucky you got family on board, buddy.
Hey,
because I could read in between the lines, buddy.
I know for sure you haven't tried, putting grenadine in your. What's the beer you just named?
Modelo, but I like Modelo Negro.
Yeah.
They had that. They had the Modelo Negro at the Great Smoke when we were there. That's the first time I tried it. It was really good.
Yeah,
that's good. That's the one I enjoy. And like I said, I'm not a big beer drinker. Beer bloats me. You know, if we're doing stuff in the backyard and stuff like that, I love a nice cold beer. You know what I mean? But other than that, I normally don't drink beer. Mind you, I got beer here. I'm looking at right now 2-3 cases from our housewarming party that we had 2 years ago. You know what I mean? It's just I'm not a beer drinker like that.
But see, that's why I suggest the Presidente, man. It's so clean, it doesn't bloat you. It doesn't. I mean, and you get that nice little buzz that you get off, and it's refreshing. You can drink it in the sun and come back and chill up on the porch or something.
Listen, Patch, we've already established that I have a hoarding problem, man. Listen, I told you guys, listen, I'm not ashamed to say I'm a hoarder, man. Listen, I've shared time and time again when these guys came down, you know, and the wife was cleaning out the guest room. I found she found 9 unopened boxes of cigars, 9, and probably even more than that she doesn't even know about.
And I'm the bougie one. I see how that.
Oh my God, man! I don't know. Yeah, I have a problem, guys. Hi, I'm Panda. You know, just AK Pete. You know, it's just, I got even my coworker. He's like, man, what? They're like, Pete, let me just go to your house and let me just pick out of your collection. I'm like, dude, just come on over, man. They're like, we'll pay you. We'll give you. I'm like, just take what you want. You know,
you wouldn't even know that you were missing it.
Nope. Listen, I got an unopened box of the Espinosa Chicacas that I haven't even opened. I actually found those today. I even forgot about those days. I just thought about it right now.
Are they still in circulation?
No. It was a limited release.
Right.
Order shit. Yeah. I got a box of the Warhead 10s that I haven't opened. I got 2.5 boxes of the Plasencia Amafuerte Sixtos. I got a box and a half of the Amazon Basins. I have 3 boxes of the Feral Pigs. I got two boxes of the Encore Blacks. What else? I think that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all. That's it.
And you couldn't get ahead of the curve on the Boliche Boulevards.
I think I have like 10 of the Boliche Boulevards. Not boxes, sticks. Oh my God, this guy. Hey, listen, man. And then I still end up ordering sticks for freaking Cigar Bid, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! I need another humidor. I really do. I found one actually on Facebook Marketplace. The guy he reached out to me today because it's let me see if I can find it real quick. But
You are a Cigar Bid.
no, yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's scary. So there was let me see, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll because it's one of those things, right? Because hold on. Here we go. So this humidor.
That's nice.
All right. It's not bad. He wants $200 for it. And it comes with that ashtray and the cutter. Not that I need another ashtray or cutter, but so somebody was supposed to get it and they canceled it. You know. I should get stocks, right? I should get stocks on Cigar Bid.
Exactly.
Oh my God! But it's not bad, right? I mean, for $200, that's not bad.
No, that's really nice.
It's supposed to hold allegedly like 250 cigars, but holy crapola, man! Yeah. So yeah, I hear you, Patch, man. I know I have a problem, like I said. And
so Trey, we were just talking about that. So we had a guy on our show last week, week before last, whatever it was, last week, that he had a great idea for a walk-in humidor, and that's buy him one of these portable saunas because they're all lined with cedar, which is what you want for your humidor. And Panda looked one up the other day on the used market. You can get one for $1,200. The only problem is you have to have a place to put it, and you have to have a way to build around it because it can't withstand the elements. But yeah, that would be that's the holy grail for all of us, to get a walk-in humidor.
Most definitely.
How much should I have a walk-in humidor built? Well, I can tell you this, Philip. The same guy that Don's talking about, he built his walk-in humidor, and he probably went all out, but he said what, about 10 grand?
Yeah.
To me, I don't know if I could ever spend that much money on a walk-in humidor, but like I said, he's the same guy that freaking just entire so why I said him. Listen, I have a buddy that actually lives in Georgia. He has a basement, and he has. Not only does the guy has money, not only does he have, like, in his basement, he has a workout room, his man cave with the pool table in it. He has a wine tasting room, so you can do the cheeses. And I'm like talking about bougie. Oh my God, this is sick. And he has a wine cellar that's absolutely ridiculous. Or just an entire wine. Yeah, I hear you, man. It's just crazy.
Hey, but tell them about the square footage of the lounge and with the humidor inside.
Oh well, so that thank God, he's one of those very fortunate, just like I am. His wife is all for it, So his wife, he built a 525 square foot master bedroom onto his house, right? Money apparently, yeah. And so she was after him to build his man cave. So his man cave is a man lounge. Okay, his man lounge is 550 square feet. Okay, that's absolutely sick.
He's got all the ventilation, all the
Oh my God.
just the crazy.
Yeah. Guys, give me 1 second here.
Yeah, he's got the walk-in humidor. He's got the humidification. He's got the exhaust. He said when you walk into his lounge, and mind you, they smoke 2 or 3 cigars each, him and his wife, there every night. He said when you walk into his lounge, you can't smell cigar. And I can't. I mean, I have a smaller room here, and I have a air purifier and the ventilation and all that stuff too. And mind you, mine doesn't smell terrible. But when you walk in here, you can tell. I smoke cigars in here. It's obvious.
Right.
That stuff permeates into the walls and everything else. But this guy's was crazy, man.
But just if you haven't experienced walking into a lounge that's full of humidor, give them the lowdown on the one in Tampa.
Oh man, we went to this place called the Corona Cigar Company in Tampa, and they call it a Humidor. So you walk in, and the whole store is a humidor. You actually they have tables off the side. You actually smoke right in there in it, and you just walk. The rows of cigars are right next to you. It's not like walking into a separate room. And when I tell you the cigars were perfectly humidified, they smoked perfect. And then the bar setup was just, they had 30 foot tall bar with the mirror background with all the lights. It was a beautiful place, man. It was something you walk in and go, okay, I could get used to this.
Yeah, and the airflow of the whole building was perfect. You didn't smell cigars. You didn't smell that.
I don't know if you remember when you go to open the front door to the place, it's hard to open the door because there's so much suction in the room of
Right.
drawing out the smoke and everything. It was hard to open the door. It was kind of cool.
I'm gonna tell you, it was like walking into a twilight zone for me. When I walked in, I looked around, looked up, looked at the tall ceilings in that building. I had to walk out to make sure that I saw what I saw, and I walked back in. I was like, "Oh man, I'm in heaven," So it's an experience to really get to see that. So if you guys haven't, man, go to Tampa and check this place out.
The other cool place was that cathedral. It's an old Catholic church that's been converted into a cigar lounge.
Yeah,
And you walk in and so for those of us in Texas, the thing that it reminded me of was like an old school like honky tonk dance place, the way they had it set up with all the wood, everything was wood inside, but they still had all the stained glass up on the windows, and man, they had a young man in there.
this guy was amazing.
It was a one-man band. He had I'm not a music guy. I don't know what you call it. The repeater, where you play a tune and you hit the button with your foot and it keeps playing that tune over and over, and then you add to it. And this guy, he played Hotel California, one-man band, and it was phenomenal. We were just sitting there going, "No way, this guy's playing this. There's no way."
Yeah, and the thing about that spot that blew me away, I can only imagine what the church looked like before they renovated and everything. The balcony up there was like the members' lounge. Then they had another platform for members, and everybody was just all over the place. The bar was there, and they had the long tables. And,
they're paying a pretty penny for that membership.
And they had a nice size humidor there. They had a nice size with nice selections.
So Philip, I've eaten there. Matter of fact, not last year, about 2 years ago, a buddy of mine is really good friends with the owner, and we all went as a group for my lounge, and there was like maybe, I think there's 22 of us. The food there is absolutely ridiculous. You gonna pay for it, but it was the food that was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, and you're right. Their wine list, it is sick. They give you a little tour, it's just sick. And then on the second floor, so you eat your dinner on the main lobby, or the main floor. The second floor is where they serve you your desserts and stuff like that. Oh, it's a trip, man. But like I said, you really, really pay for it. He's making some of the top steakhouses list. Let me tell you something. It is. Yeah, I mean the steaks there, you could cut. Honestly, you could cut with the fork. You don't even need a knife. It's sick. It's absolutely. And like I said, you're gonna pay for it.
So you're not just getting a nice dining and atmosphere. You're getting the experience at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So they have an entire warehouse. Yeah, it's all about the experience. Yeah. That's crazy. Wow, guys, we just made the 2-hour mark.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Holy crap. Well, guys, I don't know about you, man, but Donnie boy, yeah. I hear you.
Wind it down.
Well, guys, listen, we greatly appreciate everybody that partake. Don's family, we absolutely love you guys. We appreciate you coming in and chopping it up with us. And we'll keep on doing this late hour, what is it called? The late burn. Excuse me, the late burn. It's something new. Something new and different. And like I said, it kind of breaks the monotony of us just only talking about cigars. As you can tell, we talk about everything and anything. If you guys are interested in any specific topic, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to chop it up. Pat, obviously tomorrow's obviously not a good day for anybody. For you to come on so we could do a live with you. And we'll see maybe next Sunday if these guys are available. Actually, no.
I won't be next Sunday.
Neither would I.
Actually, I will be because I get back here at like 7 a.m. Sunday morning.
Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers that the Panda's not going to be hurting that bad.
You're going to be hurting that bad.
I'm going to be hurting that bad next Sunday.
Yeah. And I just want to encourage our followers on TikTok to follow us on YouTube and Facebook. And you can check some of these lives out, the late night lives when we go live. And, just follow any one of our pages, Cigar Done, the Panda, Cigar Panda, and myself, PC, on Facebook. And you can check us out at any given time, and most definitely subscribe to us on YouTube at the Leaf and Ash Podcast, man. Yeah, we almost at that 500, so we got a lot to give away. We got some people that's going to donate some stuff for those giveaways. So be sure to go to YouTube, click. You're going to get some nice accessories and stuff like that once we hit 500.
No doubt. Once again, guys, we greatly appreciate you guys partaking in this late burn with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.